It's probably in your pantry right now. Something you bought with the best intentions. And after 60, that's exactly what makes it risky. Because it can look heart-smart while quietly stacking stress inside your arteries. I'm Dr. William Sterling. I've spent decades in cardiology, and I keep seeing the same pattern in adults over 60. A so-called healthy routine that feels safe, but quietly stacks risk over time. In the next few minutes, I'll show you the trap, how to spot it on labels, where it hides, what it may do inside your arteries, and a simple 4-week plan to reduce it without turning your life upside down. I'm not here to scare you. I'm here to give you clarity you can use today. Before I reveal it, do a quick self-check. No guilt, just awareness. Most people don't get into trouble because they eat dessert all day. They get into trouble because of what they believe is responsible food. So ask yourself, do you reach for flavored yogurt, a granola bar, or whole grain cereal most mornings? Do you drink juice or bottled smoothies because they feel heart-friendly? And do you lean on light sauces, dressings, or packaged bread because it seems like the safer choice? If that's you, you may be getting the same hidden sugar signal several times a day without noticing. A few months ago, a 67-year-old man came into my care. Let's call him Mark. Retired, active, the kind of person who reads labels and tries to do the right thing. His mornings looked like a health commercial. Flavored, low-fat yogurt, a granola bar, and a tall glass of juice because it felt clean. Lunch was light. Dinner was balanced. He honestly believed his heart was protected. Then, one normal Tuesday, the pace of his day changed. He was walking back to his car after a routine errand when he felt a heavy tightness in his chest. Not sharp pain, more like pressure. His breathing got shallow. His left arm felt strange, heavy, a little numb. He stopped, braced himself on the door handle, and for a few seconds, he tried to talk himself out of it. Then he did the right thing. He called 911. In the hospital, we ruled out some of the worst possibilities, but his numbers told a story. Triglycerides up, HDL not where we wanted it, and blood pressure that had been creeping higher for years. When I asked him to walk me through a typical day, the pattern was everywhere. Not the salt shaker, not some dramatic indulgence, a steady drip of added sugar hiding behind healthy-sounding words. And the painful part is this. If you only look at the front of the package, you'll miss it. But if you know where to look, you can spot it fast. What fooled him wasn't ignorance, it was trust. Low fat, whole grain, heart-friendly. Those labels sound protective, but they don't tell you what your blood vessels are actually experiencing. Here's the simplest way I explain this to families. After 60, your cardiovascular system often has less room for repeated strain. Not because you're weak, but because your vessels may be less elastic and your pressure regulation can be more sensitive. So the question isn't, did you eat one bad thing? The question is, what signal are you feeding your body over and over, day after day? I want you to picture an older garden hose. It still works, it still carries water, but sudden pressure changes and constant strain wear it down faster than they would have at 30. In cardiology, we worry about patterns that push triglycerides higher, lower protective HDL in some people, and contribute to metabolic stress that can nudge blood pressure upward over time. Not overnight, not as a guarantee, as a drift. Because the front of a package is designed to reassure you. It uses words like clean, light, heart-smart, natural. But your arteries don't read marketing. They respond to what's actually inside, the chemistry. And what drives that drift is often not the thing everyone argues about. It's the hidden ingredient you keep eating because it doesn't taste like danger. In a minute, I'll show you exactly where it hides. And the one place on the label that tells the truth. What I'm about to say may challenge what you've been told. Because the trap isn't a single bad food, it's an ingredient pattern. And the ingredient is added sugar. Not the natural sugar in an apple, not a slice of birthday cake at your granddaughter's party. I'm talking about sugar that's built into packaged foods, sometimes in foods that don't even taste sweet. Here's why I take it so seriously in cardiology. Added sugar is linked to changes that can push risk factors in the wrong direction, especially in older adults. It can be associated with higher triglycerides. And triglycerides aren't just a lab number. They're a sign your bloodstream is carrying more fat cargo than your arteries were designed to handle day after day. It can also be associated with lower HDL in some people, your protective cleanup system. And it may contribute to metabolic strain that nudges blood pressure upward over time. Again, I'm not saying one yogurt causes a heart attack. I'm saying the pattern can tilt the terrain. And in medicine, terrain matters. Now here's the part that feels unfair. Most people think they'll spot sugar because the food tastes like dessert, but manufacturers often spread it across the label under different names, so it doesn't look like sugar is the first ingredient. To your body, it's the same signal repeated in different costumes. In a moment, I'm going to give you a simple label rule you can use in 10 seconds. But first, you need to see where this hides in real life, because it's probably not where you think. Let's make this practical. I want you to picture your normal week. Breakfasts, quick lunches, the healthy snacks you grab without thinking. This is where added sugar hides in plain sight. First, flavored low-fat yogurt and light dairy. When fat is removed, flavor disappears, and sweetness often fills the gap. If you want yogurt, your safest default is plain and unsweetened. Then you add your own fruit or nuts. Second, granola bars, protein bars, and energy snacks. These are often desserts wearing workout clothes. The front says fiber, protein, heart smart. The ingredient list says syrup, concentrate, dextrose, maltodextrin. Third, breakfast cereals labeled whole grain or heart healthy. People pour more than one serving without realizing it, and the sugar signal stacks fast. Fourth, bottled smoothies, flavored waters, and yes, sometimes 100% juice. Juice is not soda, but it can deliver sugar quickly without the fiber you'd get from whole fruit. If you're watching triglycerides or blood sugar, treat juice as optional, keep portions modest, and choose whole fruit most days. Fifth, light sauces and dressings. Barbecue sauce, ketchup, teriyaki, fat-free salad dressings. A little doesn't feel like much until it shows up at lunch and dinner every day. And sixth, packaged whole grain bread and healthy sandwich staples. This one surprises people because it doesn't taste sweet, but a hidden sweetener can still be there, slice after slice. Now, I promised you a label rule. Here it is. Ignore the front of the package. Turn it over. Look for the added sugars line on the nutrition facts. Then scan the ingredient list. If you see multiple sugar names, syrups, anything ending in ose, concentrates, or evaporated cane terms, don't negotiate with it. Your arteries won't. Let me give you a second case because this one is quieter, and it's the one I see most. A 72-year-old woman came in for what she called a routine check. No dramatic symptoms, just a slow change. She was tired in the afternoons. Her sleep felt lighter. Her blood pressure had drifted upward over a few years, and her triglycerides were higher than she expected, especially for someone who believed she ate healthy. When I asked about her routine, it sounded responsible. Cereal in the morning, a juice with breakfast on days she felt she needed vitamins, a protein bar in the car between errands, light dressing on a salad at lunch. None of it felt like sugar, but the label told the truth. Once we replaced a few defaults, nothing extreme, her numbers moved in the right direction over time. Not magic, not a promise, just removing a hidden daily signal that was working against her. This is the line I want you to carry into every grocery aisle. My principle of gold. Your heart doesn't care if a sweetener is natural, organic, trendy, or clean. It only cares what your blood vessels experience. So here's the way I say it to my patients. Don't shop with your hopes. Shop with your eyes. The front of the package is designed to calm you down. The label is designed to tell the truth. If the ingredient list is long and the sugar names are many, that's not a health food. That's a trap wearing a better costume. And once you see it, you can't unsee it. Which is exactly why the next part matters. I'm going to give you a step-by-step plan you can start this week. Now let's talk about what to do, starting this week. Because the goal is not to live in fear. The goal is to make the default safer. Step 1. Run a 48-hour label scan. Don't change anything yet. Just notice where added sugars show up in your day. Breakfast, snacks, drinks, sauces. Awareness creates control. Step 2. Remove the fastest hits, especially sweetened drinks. Soda is obvious, but so are many bottled teas, flavored waters, and health beverages. Replace with water, sparkling water, unsweetened tea, or black coffee if that suits you. Step 3. Rebuild breakfast so it keeps you steady. Aim for protein and fiber. eggs, plain Greek yogurt you sweeten with real fruit, oats with nuts, avocado, or a simple omelet. Not perfect, steady. Step 4. Choose a safer snack rule. If it comes in a bar and claims it's a health food, make it earn your trust with the label. Better defaults are nuts, cheese, unsweetened yogurt, or fruit with something protein-based. Step 5. Use the 2-sugar rule. If you see more than one added sugar name in the ingredient list, put it back. Syrup plus concentrate. Sugar plus dextrose. That's repetition, not variety. Step 6. Simplify dinner without becoming a chef. Pick meals with short ingredient lists. Protein, vegetables, beans, whole grains in plain form. And be careful with sauces. They're often where the hidden sugar lives. Step 7. If you have diabetes, kidney disease, or you're on medications that affect blood sugar or blood pressure, do this with your clinician. Never stop medication on your own. And if you're not sure, your pharmacist can help you review what you're taking. That's your week 1 plan. Over 4 weeks, it becomes easier. You remove the biggest sources first, then you rebuild the defaults. And you keep room for real life, consistent most days, flexible when it matters. Now, I need to say this clearly because your safety matters more than any video. This is education. It's not personal medical advice. I am not telling you to stop or change any medication. Never adjust prescriptions without talking to your doctor or pharmacist. And if you ever have sudden chest pressure, shortness of breath, fainting, a new severe headache, facial droop, weakness on one side, or slurred speech, call 911. Do not wait to see if it passes. If you have diabetes, kidney disease, or you're on medications that affect blood sugar or blood pressure, do changes like this with guidance so it stays safe. Done the right way, it's not scary. It's empowering. Here's the real takeaway. The most dangerous food traps aren't always the ones that taste like trouble. They're the ones that feel responsible. And after 60, protecting your heart isn't about chasing perfection. It's about protecting your margin, your ability to recover, your ability to stay independent. I've seen people lose freedom in inches, not miles. And I've also seen the opposite. Small, consistent changes that keep a person strong, walking, driving, traveling, living on their own terms. So if you remember one thing, remember this. Your heart doesn't care if sugar is natural or clean. It cares about the signal. And once you stop feeding that hidden signal all day long, your body often starts moving in a better direction over time. Not as a guarantee, as a better set of odds. And that's what prevention really is. If this opened your eyes, do something simple right now. Leave a comment with one change you're starting this week, just one. And if you know someone over 60 who buys healthy foods every day, share this with them. Most heart damage is silent until the day it isn't. I'm Dr. William Sterling. Thank you for taking your health seriously. And if you want the next video, I'll show you another label trap that looks harmless, but may work against blood pressure over time.